Hello, today we're going to talk about the alchemy of desire. We like to believe we fall in love freely, that passion is spontaneous, that attraction is magic, but the unconscious does not work through chance, it works through pattern. Carl Jung once said that what we do not make conscious will return to us as fate, and nowhere is this more evident than in love. You see, we do not fall for people by accident. We fall for them because at some deep level, they resemble the emotional landscape of our childhood. The wounds we never healed, the tenderness we never forgot. Our desire is the psyche's attempt to remember and to repair. That is why passion can feel both intoxicating and terrifying at the same time. It is not only chemistry, it is recognition. Your nervous system whispers, I know this energy. It may be the warmth you once craved, or the chaos you once survived. Either way, your soul is trying to finish a story it did not choose, but it still carries. The unconscious does not care about your comfort. It seeks wholeness. It will use the faces of lovers to draw out the parts that you have exiled. Your anger, your longing, your tenderness, your power. What you call attraction is often your shadow saying, come find me. This is why the same kind of person tends to keep reappearing in your life. It may be the distant one, the unstable one, the controlling one, the mature one, the loving one, the one who seeks to love you genuinely, yet you push away because deep inside you do not feel worthy of such a love. A love that says, I will love you as hard as you need me to, and you will do the same maturely and despite our imperfections or challenges. And we will love each other without cutting each other's wings, nor losing one another in a world of lonely detachment. The psyche repeats what it does not yet understand, hoping that this time it will awaken. But until you see the pattern, you remain its prisoner. Healing, then, is not about detachment. It's not about transcending passion or rejecting desire. It is about bringing consciousness into it, about learning to love without trying to control, holding on without trying to chain. Because to some the theory of no attachment may sound like wisdom, but in truth, it often becomes avoidance. Without emotional risk, love loses its depth. Two souls without attachment may live peacefully, but rarely passionately. At best, they are dear friends, or, at worst, polite strangers. We were not made to live without bonds. We were made to love without chains. And this is the balance the psyche seeks, to be an individual and a partner, to belong without disappearing, to say, I will not lose myself in you, but I will not close myself to you either. True love is not born from fusion or independence, but from integration. The alchemical marriage is not the union of two halves, but of two wholes. It is the sacred work of two souls who mirror one another's wounds, and without becoming enslaved, they keep healing them. In such a love, desire does not fade, it transforms. It becomes less about grasping and more about growing and enjoying. Less about feeding the false ego and more about feeding the soul and developing a grounding ego. This is what it means to love consciously, to see the shadow in yourself and in the other. and to say, I will stay present with this. I will not flee when your darkness meets mine, for it is there in the meeting of shadows that love becomes alchemy. When you learn to hold another person's fear without trying to fix it, when you allow their dreams to bloom, even if they outgrow your own, when you shower the other with love or are vulnerable without labeling yourself as too much, when you accept the other to love you fully, when you share and honor your desires and theirs without condemnation, when you care without control and attach without possession, then you can say you have entered the realm of what it actually is to love maturely. It is not the love of fairy tales, nor the dogmatic love of no attachment, but the love of souls who have walked through fire, who remember what it felt like to be unloved, and choose now to love consciously. This type of love does not end desire, it evolves it. For when two people meet not just to contemplate or role play with each other, but to awaken each other, the unconscious ceases to repeat the past and begins to create the future. I hope this recording has given you something to reflect on. Do you love or do you hide? Do you love or do you fear being alone? Do you love or do you think you love? Do you respect the other's dreams, goals, desires? Or do you simply pretend you're evolved by practicing non-attachment? Are you afraid to face the unresolved wound? Afraid to be vulnerable? Love isn't perfect because none of us are perfect. Love between people is meant to heal. Love provides us the perfect opportunity to see the parts of us that are beautiful and those parts that we hide, for they all reflect onto the other. Love them provide us with a chance to see ourselves clearly so we may heal the wounds that were imposed on our souls growing up. It also provides us the opportunity to practice real love, not a love that demands someone to be there, but that love that says, because I love you, I will enjoy this journey with you until only God knows when, because love does not enslave. Thank you for being here. If you have liked the video or you feel someone out there might need to hear this, please share it. Until next time.